Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cox Connections. Brad Grundmeyer, Director of Public Government Affairs for Cox, Louisiana. Thank you so much for tuning into our program. In this segment, we'll be talking about the importance of education and more so career planning. College, the afterlife, after high school's over with, what are you going to do and how can you plan for that? And here to be talking on that issue is a gentleman who started CareerTHINK, and happy to have him here, Mr. Hermann Schulze. Herman, thanks for coming by, my friend.
Thank you, Brad. Glad to be here.
It's fantastic, and obviously, what you're trying to do is to bring some education in a very fun and engaging way for young people in 9th through 12th grade to help them prepared for those days after high school, but more so how to succeed as well.
Absolutely. I think the whole bottom line is to help students get a 7-year head start on their career.
Wow. Yeah.
And that really starts earlier than just college, and even just at the end of high school, when most students start figuring out, where I'm going to go to college, or what I'm going to do after, and what I'm going to study. Well, it really starts a little bit earlier than this. And I've got kids that are in that process and going through it, and if they don't start early enough to have the grades, be able to get the scholarships, and some of those are the things that the schools do a good job getting them into colleges. But what I try and focus on are the things that schools are not teaching, some of the natural laws of success, of different perspective of what they need to be successful in college and after.
Yeah, because to your point, and I think back to my days, some schools might not even had those that were, teaching you about college preparatory. You might have taken the courses, but there was no one taking you a course on how to prepare to college and how to engage and orient yourself and to be successful. So, to your point, many after 11th grade, maybe that summer, maybe you've gotten with a counselor, maybe their senior year, which not necessarily is, you're well behind in the game. To your point, what's it going to hurt? It is your career, it is your life, it is what you want to be and where you want to go. Why not start it in 9th grade? Why not, to your point, 7 years out, think about what that career path is instead of going to your senior in college saying, I got this degree and that's not what I'm interested in. And
right.
What a disservice to yourself.
Or getting into a professional school, or getting into a major of 3 years and then realizing,
and this is,
I know that costs a lot of money to go through for the last few years, but I don't think I want to do that.
It's not a do-over in that sense. It could be.
It can be, and
it
is.
A lot of work.
It is, but it's expensive.
Unnecessary in some ways.
I don't think it's always that necessary. I think most students go through, most people go through life, their first 7 to 10 years, what I call catfish style.
Yeah.
And you've seen, matter of fact, I think the tarpon rodeo's coming up, and they might have some sail cats out there. But catfish typically swim on the bottom.
Yeah.
And they swim along until they bump into something. Then they change directions, and they swim along until they bump into something. And they change directions, and they swim along until they bump into something. And they do that their whole life. Well, I think what a lot of college students, or even high school students, as they go through their jobs, they make their big decisions, I think, completely backwards. They choose first when we get to be a junior in high school, senior in high school, we start thinking about where we're going to go to college. And we make those decisions on what classes we've taken in school that we enjoy, that might lead to a career. It sounds like maybe that's a good idea, but I think it couldn't be further from actual truth, because, how many classes that you took in school, even that were in broadcast, really prepared you for a career in broadcast?
Yes, very well.
And so, not that that's not an indication, it definitely is an indication, but there are more things that you have to do. That's not enough. And then they get to college, and they've got to make a decision in college by their sophomore year of what major they're going to choose, and that's still based on their classes. And then they get to the jobs, and they bounce around from job to job, or they go back to grad school to try and figure that out of which major they're going to choose, or which job they're going to get, and where they really. And it takes them about 10 years to figure it out. My goal is to help them start a little earlier to get a little bit more clarity on where they're going.
And it's all coming up. You're having a college and career connections camp coming up the August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Is that right? 2nd,
3rd, and 4th.
And everybody, again, it's for 9th through 12th graders to help them prepare for success in college and beyond. It's a program that's, of course, intense, but of course fun, with a variety of workshops, presenters, mentors, and career guides. One of the things I thought was interesting, you know, your program has 5 steps to the career you love. 1, know yourself. 2, know careers. 3, find mentors, build relationships, and get experience. You know, I think I look back to that, and I even think about the find mentors. To your point, you were talking about Walter Haley, who was a great inspiration for you and for what you're doing here with CareerTHINK. Is find somebody, be a shadow, just don't say anything and just listen, sponge it up, and learn. And you can get a sense if this is really what I want to do. If you want a career, ask the person who's in the career you want.
Absolutely.
Can I do it? Bother them if you have to.
Common sense.
It's flattery. People want to share what they
Absolutely.
do. It's the greatest form of flattery.
Absolutely. And I think that it's a small distinction of what we try and train them to do is train them to go out and be great interviewers of information.
That's right.
Build relationships and get that head start.
Well, everybody, it's going to be a fantastic camp. Again, the August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 9 to 5 p.m. And there's 5 areas which I thought is really important. I laugh when I say organization and time management. That's going to be a part of it. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. Kay Morrison, I believe, is going to be there for that. Top secret study guide. How many need to know studying and how to do it well? Career exploration, mental toughness and goals, and interpersonal skills. It seems like a great armada of stuff, a lot of stuff really, to do in such a short amount of time. So, you know, load up your tool belt and come out to the camp.
Absolutely. We believe that they learn 4 times faster when they're laughing, they're having fun.
Yeah.
And so that's the idea.
Or when they don't even realize they're learning.
Exactly. And that's the whole goal of this, is to make this a lot of fun. They get involved, they're doing things, and they don't even realize they're getting it until afterwards when we look back and say, now here's what we just went over. You know, what do you think about this? And then the light bulbs start going off, and it's meant to really arm their tool belt.
And I compliment you on doing it right before the beginning of the school year. What, you know, students are in that June, July, you know, I got to read a few books, let me do that. But now we're talking August. What a best way, everybody at home, to kind of enroll your kids for 3 days. Don't put them in a camp. Nothing wrong with camps, because I've done that. But give them this opportunity to really take a tool that they can actually use. Again, it's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of August from 9 to 5, and it's going to be at the Galleria, correct?
It is, right in Metairie.
Okay.
Causeway and I-10.
And again, if anybody's interested, can you give us a website? Anybody who wants to sign up, learn more about CareerTHINK?
Absolutely. Our website is CareerTHINK.org, and all the information is on there. They're welcome to email us or give us a call and ask us any questions about anything they have about their kids, or questions about the program, how they can get involved, be a mentor. We have a mentor workshop on the last day. We bring in a lot of different people from different careers that the student's job is to sit down and interview.
And there is a cost associated with that, but obviously it's an investment, and the investment is that obviously you're going to equipping your kids as they approach whatever level they are in high school. It doesn't matter. You're not too late if it's a senior, whatever. Right. This is a great way to do it. And I commend you as well, too, Herman, that for your passion for CareerTHINK and where this kind of has taken its path, and that you brought it to the New Orleans area. It's so greatly appreciated. And I know for our viewers out there, what a great way for them to get their kids engaged.
I hope so. I'm excited about it. The program that I used to run was very expensive. It was about $2,000 for a student to come through this type of program. And
we're not talking that here.
No, and this is $250, and I've worked really hard to try and get it down to make it affordable and available to anybody. And we have some sponsors that are sponsoring kids
to make it happen
and make it work out.
Herman, thank you so much, everybody. CareerTHINK.org, again, August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Thanks for coming, my friend. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Come back
really
again.
Appreciate it.
All right, best of luck to you as well. All right, everybody, that wraps up this segment of Cox Connections. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.